これで始まったかな。もうすぐ出るはずですが、あ、来てるね。はい、今音声チェック中です。大丈夫かな。大丈夫そうだね。始まったかな。はい、今日は2022年8月の25日、夜の21時49分ですね。もう10時前ですね。はい。今日から、ディスコエリジウムの、初見で遊んでみたいと思います。こちらね、なんだろう、ロールプレイングゲームとして戦闘はないもののちゃんとロールプレイングしてるらしく、まあ多分 TRPG みたいなテーブルトークみたいな感じでいろいろと進んでいくんでしょうけど、まあ、海外ですごい評価されて、ようやく今日日本語版のパッチが当たったというところで、まあ王様ね、英語はそんなゲームで遊べるほど堪能ではないので、日本語パッチで、楽しみにしてました。こちらで遊んでみたいと思います。じゃあちょっとやってみようかな。フルスクリーンなのをちょっとやめたいな。タブで、はいはいはい。これで、最初からでは、操作方法もよくわからんのですが、まあ、初見ならではの楽しみですね。行ってみたいと思います。よし。アーキタイプを選択。思想家。なんだこれ。百科事典とか書いてあるけど、なんだろうこれ。思想家は高い知性を持つ、人付き合いが苦手、興味深い事実を知っており、独創的なアイデアを生み出す。はい。神経質。はいはいはい。物事を真理で捉える。人を引きつける魅力を持つが不安定。正気を失う危険性あり。なんだ内陸帝国って。肉体派。非常に荒っぽい。拳で世界と対話する。仕事はできるがとてつもなくバカ。とてつもなくバカ。はあ、いいっすね。これ、キャラクター作成もできるのかな。せっかくだからキャラクター作成しましょうか。よいしょ。はいはいはいはい。アビリティを自分で設定できるんですね。マックスは5か。知性が、一旦全部1にして考えましょうか。はい。最悪になるんだ。ポイント上の、ひし形がポイントなのかな。例えば、こう、平均で減ると、いいとこないっすね。肉体、平和。3で平凡なんだ。5で優秀。なるほど。肉体、やっぱ肉体ですよね。肉体、運動能力。五感、動きの質、それ平凡か。肉体優秀で平凡。これ死ににくそうだけど、知性と精神が、なんか、ちょっとパッパラパーすぎるのもな。まあ、いっそのことバカできますか。知性最悪、精神最悪、肉体と運動能力は最優秀でいきましょう。やっぱこれですよね。でもこういうのは尖ってこそなんぼですよね。すべては拳で、すべては筋肉で解決していきましょう。スキル設定、なんだこれ。すごいな。よくわかんないな。何個取れるんだそれも。得意スキルに設定。このパラメーターの中で触れるんだけど、どういうことだ。おかん。電気科学。どういうことこの電気科学。パーティー惑星にひとっ飛び。ハーブを愛し、ハーブに愛されるってどういうことこれ。肉体装置。たくましい筋肉を見せつけろ。 内臓も健康そのもの。これかな？ 1 個しか選べないのかな？あ、1個選べた。これで合計6。他にも選べるのかな？あれ？あ、やっぱ1個しか選べないんだね。通覚敷地と書いて何て言うんだろうね。これ、通覚バッジ？痛みを払いのけろ。これ式の痛みはへでもない。あ、安我慢みたいな感じなんだ。この6とか振られるのは何だろうな。例えばこの1は、あ、これは1しか振れない。5だと、この合計6とか何なんだろうな。情報 RB で見るね。こんな人向け、無敵のファイター、不死身の男、マゾヒスト。ダメージ無視で、はあはあはあ。肉体装置。これだな、気になるのはやっぱこれだな。筋肉男、素手で殴り合う喧嘩や体操教師。はい。はあはあはあ。やっぱりね、高レベルになると、一蹴りでドアも鎖も骨もぶち壊し、それができない虚弱者を嘲笑うようになる。そう、これですな。その男らしい姿を見た者は、負けじと筋トレを始めるに違いない。ほう。なるほどね。やっぱりこれはあれですね。こういう世界では、オスの力が、オス度が大事ですよね。バキで言ってた。確定とか。お、ついに始まる？始める。なんか今、難しい言葉が出てきましたが。古代爬虫類脳。そこには何もない。生温かい原初のようにあるだけのお前の意識はその中で発光していく。それは麦の穂先の一粒にも満たぬほど小さい。お前はもう何もしなくていい。どういうことこれ？永遠に。何を選べばいいんだ？この先ずっと永遠に？今この先ずっとずっと永遠にだ、ベイビー。もう選択肢がないぞ。途方もない時間が過ぎる。そこに闘争は一つとしてない。別れた妻たちも存在しない。最高だ、もっとくれ。その別れだ、なんとかってのは何のことだ？なんだろうな。ちょっと選んでみよう。覚醒がお前に忍び寄る。お前の視覚に毒々しい酸性の液体に使った塊が隠れている。それは腫れ上がった下品なお前を包む肉の塊だ。そんな恐ろしい質問をしていいのか？お前をさらなる肉体覚醒に導くだけだぞ。なんか口に戻っちゃうと永遠になんか進めないような気がするな。その別れたなんとかについて知りたい。古代爬虫類脳は古代爬虫類脳さんなんですかね。別れた恋人、別れた優しさだ。喪失に向かってまた浮上していくのは愚かなことだぞ。相当な痛手を負ってまでここに来たというのに、中には取り返しのつかない痛手もあるというのに、とどまれ、そして共に深海帯を渡ろうではないか。深海帯でいいのかな。漢字が難しいな。いや、今すぐ降りたい。痛みと輝く光と俺に与えることを拒む連中に要求することが好きなんだ。言ってみよう。本当に？本当だ、もう降りる。変力系、なんだこれ、古代爬虫類脳さんと変力系さん2人いるのか。戻ったら何があるか、それを聞いたらお前は気に入らないだろうな。なぜ自分を忘却の姿勢で叩き込まなきゃならなかったと思う。まさか気づいてなかったのか。自分をマリネにしまってることに。自分にあれだけ浴びせておいて、俺たちは少々 顔を忘れすぎちまったようだな、シェフさん。知るか、俺はバカ野郎だ。勇敢なバカ野郎だ。むくんだ肉塊のどこかにそれはある。そう、感覚だ。次に進む。進まんな、ゲームが。ずっとこんな感じなのか。軟膏に引き寄せられるハエのごとく、お前の意識はそれに釘付けになる。痛みと哀れな苦しみだけの獅子と頭のマシンが再び点火する。それは砂漠を歩き痛がる絶望するディスコ音楽に合わせて踊る。なんかよくわかんないけど詩的な感じですね。助けてくれおふくろ、俺は首に取り付けられた頭の中に閉じ込められてしまっている。どっちだ。やめてくれ、気が変わった。形のない肉体とは無縁の無の中に戻してくれ。いや、いつだな。戻っちゃダメな気がする。お前の口から酒の悪臭が立ち上る。そして信じられないほどの頭痛が。頭痛は嫌よね。赤々とした稲妻がお前の頭蓋骨を貫き、その両目を開けさせようとする。音だ、甲高い、地獄からの呼び声だ。目を開けるしかないね。お、ようやく結局この酔っ払いの頭の中の話だったのかな。パン1ですね。王様パン1ですね。パン1中年オイルですね。まあいつものことですよ、パン1って。さあどうやるんだこのゲームは。動いて、これはなんかここに流んじゃん。これで A か。よいしょ。あれ取ったのかな。タブキー長押しでハイライト。はあはあはあ。パッドではどうやってやるの。あ、はいはいはいはい。L1 長押しでハイライトだな。これで X。おお、違う、これスキルか。いろんなボタン押してみよう。これダメですけど。まずこのズボン履こうよ。A ボタンじゃないのかな。X はスキルだし、R 押し込み違うな。これ近づけばいいのかな。違う。あ、これで動かすね。はいはいはいはい。こういうことか。これで右のレバーでこう選んで A で次 Y アイテムを入手した。おきたー。パン1ジャケットきたー。もうズボンを履けるのかな。これだ。これで Y でいいのかな。よしよしよし。ズボンも履いた。自分の周りくるくる回って、なんだこれ。A ボタン。
You hear a jingle.
お、
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
知覚がなんか、知覚が喋ってくれてんのか。チャリンと金属の鳴る音が聞こえる。お前のフレアカットのパンツのポケットに鍵が入っているようだ。ほうほうほう。
It says whirling in rags on the aluminium
アルミ
key.
製のキーリングに
There is a single
ワー
key
リング
on the
インラグ
The
ズと書い
number
てあ
one
る。
is etched on it.
リングには鍵が1本ついており、その表面に1号室と刻まれている。これが部屋の鍵だろう。部屋のドアの鍵ね。あ、こういう感じね。自分の中で会話する感じなのか。これは空っぽの瓶。はい。これはテープがない。これはテープ引き抜いちゃった。これは靴だ。 緑色の靴、左足。靴片っぽだけ？左足、靴しかないの？それから座れてるのは何？どこ行くの？
The window stands broken in its frame.
割れた窓。
Cold
窓
wind
ガラスが
blows in.
窓枠の中で割れている。そこから冷たい風が吹き込んでいる。はあはあはあ。どういうことこれ。窓の外を見るっていう選択が1で、視覚計算。はあはあはあはあ。ホワイトスキルチェック。再挑戦。あ、失敗してもいいよね。で、サイコロ振るのかな？はい、やってみよう。えい。
What do you mean? Assess the
あ、
damage.
チェック失敗。
How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
何回もできんのかな？
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's
失敗
hazy,
して
but you
朝
see the
の眩しい
ocean
光が
and
目に
some
しみる。
war-torn
景
buildings.
色ははっきりとしないが、近くの海と戦争の爪痕の残るいくつかの建物が見える。あ、ここはもともと戦場だったんだ。視覚計算にもう一回振れば、ああ、もう一回再挑戦できる。何回もできるわけじゃないんだな。あ、これはカメラの効果。ズームイン、ズームアウト。はい。X はこのスキルを振るにはもうスキルポイントが右下にあるね。ないんだね。で、これ何？あ、これカバンね。はい。道具。なるほど。今装備中のものか。ずいぶんいっぱい装備してるな。これはスキルね。まあ、体頑丈だからなんとかなんだろう。これなんだろう。あ、カセットケース。あ、くるくる回ってるの何これ。扇風機。
This fan has two chain pull switches.
天井ファン。このシーリングファンには2本のプルスイッチがある。1本のチェーンは小さなファン。もう1本は電球につながっている。恐ろしく趣味の悪いネクタイがどういうわけかブレードの一つに引っかかっている。はいはいはいはい。あー、あれ臭いね。ネクタイを掴むでいいんじゃないの？才覚4。高い。ああ、うまくいきそうなのね。じゃあこれで挑戦でしょう。
You swoop up and catch the tie.
サイコロいきなり振られるんだ。
It's released from the blade.
お前は飛び上がってネクタイを掴む。パシッ。ネクタイはファンのブレードが解放される。よしよしよし。
What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4
ア
or
イテム
5
獲
different
得。趣味
patterns.
の悪いネクタイ。
The knot
あな
reminds
た
you
が
of
手
a
にしている
noose.
のは4、5種類の異なる模様が入った醜悪なネクタイ。はは。その結び目は首吊り縄を思わせる。はい。これチェーン抜くとどうなんだろう。
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights
とん
off
でもない間違いだ。
immediately.
今すぐ電気を
You
消
can
せ。眩しい
practically
光が
feel the photons
脳に
burning a hole in your brain.
脳に小毛穴を開ける感覚を味わうことになるぞ。え？
It's just a little hangover-induced
二日酔いが引き起こし
photosensitivity.
たちょっとして。
Don't overreact.
ああ、眩しくてってことね。はい。どうしようかな。光消すかい
The
いか。
lights
はい。
are off.
ファンのチェーンを抜く。
The blades come squeaking to a halt.
あ、これ停止するだけなんだ。ああ、停止した。なるほど。あ、ネクタイしてるね。あ、これ真ん中引くと電気がつくだけだ。ただ、二日酔いで眩しいのは嫌ーんって感じね。これなんだ。悪臭がする。詩人を呼ぶべきだ。どういうこと？これなんだ。あ、シャツね。はいはいはいはい。さっき裸ネクタイだったのか。これはなんだ。ワイン、ビール、甘いリキュールの瓶がある。バスタブの中に。この水みたいな何これ。
A mirror hangs above a bent and
鏡。
broken sink. In a
はい、
fierce
傾いた
discharge
洗
of
面台の上
masculine
に鏡があ
energy,
る。
someone has ripped
何
half the
者かが
faucet
たけ
off.
だけしい力を目いっぱいぶつけたらしく、蛇口は半分きち、蛇口がちぎれてんの？どういうこと？
Hot water sprays from the
根元
base,
から湯が
and
吹き出
steam
し、
covers the mirror.
湯気で鏡が曇ってい
You
る。
cannot see
鏡に映る
yourself,
のは一人の
just
男の
the
輪郭だ
outline
け
of a
で、
man.
自分の顔を見ることはできない。
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face
あな
that
たは
awaits
突然
you
気づく。
there.
柔らかい湯気の向こうに待ち受けている自分の顔を一切思い出せないことに。思い出せない。
As you slowly reach your hand towards
鏡
the
に手を
surface
伸
of
ば
the
した。
mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like
なんだ
what you
内
see
陸帝
there.
国っていうのは
And you will
おやめください
never
軽はずみな構造は慎むべきです。そこに映るものをあなたがお気に召すはずがない。そしてひとたび見てしまえばなかったことにはできないのです。内陸帝国というのはなんだ？自分の中の心の中のもう一人の自分みたいなやつか？鏡不幸
Behold.
とくと見よ。はい、自分のね、このひげ親父が。
You have no idea who this thing is.
お前はこれが誰なのか全くわからない。違うか？神様お助けを。これ一体なんだ？もちろん誰か分かってる。こいつはどこのスーパースターかな。俺はスーパースターなんだと思う。スーパースターでしょ。
It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an
同時
expression?
にお前は
Are
死
you
んでい
trying
る
to
よう
make
に
an expression with that
あ
face?
顔面に明らかな死後硬直が出ている。いや、それともこれは表情なのか。お前はその顔で表情を作ろうとしているのか。何のために？それは俺がスーパースターだからだね。
Please stop.
やめてくれ、気味が悪い。
You're scaring yourself.
断る。これがスーパースターの顔だ。
You can't, can you?
やめられないんだ
It's
な。
like
そう
it's
だ。
not even voluntary.
その表情はもはや意思とは
You've
関係
worn
無
that
関係
grin
のよう
to
だ。
your face,
ず
and
っと
now
そ
it
の
won't
笑顔
come
を
off.
鏡に貼り付けたまま生きていたから剥がせなくなったんだ。なんでこの人はいろんなものと会話してんだろうな。
What does it even mean? What is the
そもそ
emotion
も
you're
その
trying
表情
to
に何
convey?
の意味がある？どんな表情を伝えようとしているんだ？スーパースターの地位。
You should check yourself for a pulse.
自分の脈を測った方がいいぞ。スーパースター、ここからだと死人が顔を引きずらしているようにしか見えない。脈なんて測りたくない。
Good call. Go ahead and
あ、
try
なんか経
something
験値も
if
ら
you
った。
like.
どういうこと？
Or, you know, stop staring into the mirror.
正しい判断だ。さあ、鏡に向かって何か試してみろ。そうでなければいいか。鏡を見つめ続けるのはよせ。100回で手が 3% ってもう 3% で勝ち目ないじゃん。これも 3% で勝ち目ないじゃん。今は鏡を放っとく。放っとこう。経験値もらったね。経験値、100までいかないとレベル上がんないのか。カメラを回すことはできないんだな。これなんだこれ。これよ、これ。これ何？カラカラ言うだけ。歩き方がよったよったしてんな、この酔っ払い。お、開いた開いた。普通に開いた。あれ？元気になったぞ。
Hello, officer.
こんにちは、オフィサー。オフィサーって。
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
若い女が火のついたタバコを口元に運ぶ。
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled
Hi.
with birthmarks.
簡単で
She
す。こ
can't be more than 20
の辺
years.
は簡単ではさすがに自動で来るのは失敗しないんだな。彼女の瞳の色はブラウンで顔にそばかすがある。28歳以上ではないだろう。まあ。オフィサー、俺は軍人なのか？聞いてみようか。
No.
いいえ知ってんのかな自分のこと。ならどうして俺のことをオフィサーと呼んだ？
Because you're a police officer, sir.
警察官だからよ。ほう。なるほど。 英語のオフィサーには警官、役員、将校など様々な意味がある。まさにその通り、俺は警察官だ。
Okay, cool. I
勝
won't.
ったよ、忘れないです。警戒しなくていい、キャラクターになりきってみただけさ。
Okay.
OK を彼女は言いのです。はい。
Whoa. Something wants to come out of you. A bit of vomit.
何かが
Thankfully, you keep it down.
耐久力さんが
Because your body
何か
does
喋っ
not
てるのか。
control you.
何かがお前の胃袋から飛び出したがっているぞ。吐物？幸いお前はまだ肉体を制御できているからどうにか吐き出さずにする。あ、なるほどね。これ自分の中のいろんな、あれがスキルなのか。自分のいろんな性能が話しかけてくるんですね。どうして俺は警察官だと分かった？
Sir, you've been here for 3 days. On
3日前からここにいる
official
でしょ。
police business.
はは、
as you
3日前
put
に
it.
来てたんだね。警察の公式任務。その任務ってのは何だ？
Couldn't say. In truth, so far.
私には分からないというか、あなたはずっとお酒を飲んでいただけ。3日前に来て、警察官で任務で来たのに酒を飲んでただけなんですね。なんで自分のこと忘れてる？法の、正気の人間が俺なんかに法の番人を任せるか。これはなんだ？ 8% は無理だろう。女に例のあの表情を試す。8% は勝ち目ないような気がする。ろくなことにならん気がするな。普通に聞こ
Could it be because of the drinking?
う。お酒のせいじゃない？ほう。
She hasn't had time to put her
Chicago.
makeup on. This
ま
is
だ
her
化粧
morning
しないことから見て、
cigarette.
これは朝
She
一の
looks
一服だ。
tired.
一服。はい。
Her beauty waning faster than it ought to with
疲れた顔をして、その美貌は年齢以上に早く衰えている。なるほど。こっちかな。
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a
警
police
察官な
officer.
んてほとんど誰でもなれるから。はい。これは多分やらかすような気がするから逃げよう。もう行かなければ。
Of course. Be careful, officer.
気をつけて
They
お
don't
き
like
さ。
the
この
police
地域の
around
住民
here.
は警察を嫌ってるから。ありがとう。
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions.
100万回も言っ
It's
ただ
like
ろう。あ
you've
の
said
言葉
the
が頭をよ
words
ぎ
a
る。
million times. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
女があなたを振り返るとその瞳がキラリと光る。行く前にいくつか質問に答えてほしい。
Yes.
イエスっつった。嫌われてる理由。
The dock workers are pretty cocky.
港湾労働者たちが若者顔で
At
歩い
least
ている。
here on the coast. I
彼
can't
ら
say
は
about
自
the
分
rest
た
of
ち
the
が警
city.
察だと考えているわ。ああ、なるほど。少なくとも沿岸一帯のね、町の他の地区の事情は知らないけど。どこなんだ、ここは。
You're in a hostel, sir.
ここはホステルよ。違う、俺たちがどこなんだ、この世界のどこだ。
We are in Revachol.
レバショール。どんな意味がある？
You sure look like you're from Revachol.
レバショール
Revachol
人。
parties.
レバショールの当事者。はあ。今は何年か教えてくれ。
It's 51.
51年。
The current century?
現世紀。はい。
Centuries don't have numbers, they have names. And this is the current one. Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
文明の話は面白くもなんともない。そうね。何か物音を聞いたか。
There was the usual ruckus.
い
Loud
くつも
disco
の大
music.
騒ぎか。大音量のディスコ音楽が。
I couldn't say.
誰か来た。
It's
これは
impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration
オステン
prime
ティシャ
among
ス。
them.
オステンティシャス。読めないな。オステンテイシャスオーケストラか。
OO were huge where I come from.
お
I was very
オ
young
ス
then.
テン
of
テイシャ
course.
スオーケストラの略が OO なんだな。
Life gets hard, but we go on. I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, disco
深夜
stopped.
2時頃音
And
楽
there
が
was
止
a
まっ
change of pace. A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
た。ああ、さっきの空のテープを見せばいいか。
Yes, there was a church in there. A
お
really
経
small
験値5
church.
もらった。
Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very
手負い
quiet
のイ
and
ノシシみ
soft,
たいな
but
声。
you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. Yes. It was very cool.
ベリークール。
Then you started screaming and trashed the place. A window was smashed. A tape player, probably.
窓ガラスが割れる音。はい。
And furniture, too. A real
破壊の限り。
destructathon.
はい。自分で暴れて気絶したのか。
Then I think you passed out.
まだ続きあると言ってくれ。
There was. I think you screamed that
こんな生き
you
物でいるのは
didn't
嫌だ
want
と
to be this
叫んでいた。
type of animal anymore.
昆虫も
They may have
気違いだな
misheard,
こい
but
つ。
it was sort of memorable.
Sounds like you were in some real fundamental pain there,
どうや
muscle
らお
man.
前は根本的な部分に苦痛を感じているようだな。マッスルマンよ。なんでこのキャラがマッスルマンで分かってんだ。
I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was
は
it.
ははその後気を失ってたのかな。質問は以上だ。
Glad to have been of assistance.
3月。これなんだ。お、なんだ。小銭か ?0.4 リアル。お、なんだ
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette
灰
butt
皿か
from
ら
the
あの
tray.
方向
Light
で
it
ジュー
up
シーな
and
タバコの
smoke
吸い殻を
the
広げろ。
living shit out of it.
そして火をつけ、生きる喜びを肺いっぱいに吸い込め。何を吸い込めって
The living shit.
生きるクソさ。
Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince
タバコを吸いたがって。こ
It
れは喫煙者なの
wants
か
smoke. Who knows what
そん
you
なことする。
are?
あ、これが電
A
気科学なのか。
murderer. The
お
nome
前
of
が化け物だろう
Jerome.
が人殺しだろう
You
が
feel like
ゼロ
a
マのノームだろうが知ったことだ。
Especially when
あ
you
あ
look at that juicy,
愛煙家の気分だ。
seductive cigarette stub.
ジューシーでそそるタバコの吸い殻を見てるとまだうまそうなタバコが立ち上っているぜ。フィルターの部分で折ってた。もう使えない。
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual.
ああ、
You
台
should
無
look
しだ。
for a whole
一
cigarette.
本丸ごと手に入れ
Or
なきゃ
better
ならね
yet,
え。
an
なんなら一
entire
箱丸ごと。いや、カートンご
Strike
と。
that.
はい。
A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
タバコは中の王様も吸わないからスルーしよう。
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing.
は
Make sure you think
電
about
気
juicy
科学
sticks
の
of
人はよくわからん
tobacco.
な。
And when you're done thinking about them, graduate too. Plus, smoking them gives
task-
massive bonuses.
それにタバコを吸うととんでもないボーナスがつく。え、そういうことなの？なんかこれか。空のカセットケース。はい。これがタバコを手に入れて一服しろっていうタスクね。はい。ここにこれは吸い殻だもんね。これなんだ。新聞。ノックしたら迷惑かな。
The door is closed. There is no answer.
返事はない。
You hear the shower being turned on.
もう一度ノックしよう。
Still no answer.
返事はない。もう一回ノックしてみよ
Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
う。薄明かり。 殴って穴を開けちまえばいいんだ。このクソバイター。ドア殴ってみるか。パワーあるし。
You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce
穴は
a
開かない。
hole. The door sits sturdily
拳
in
が
the
痛い。
frame,
普通の
and
ボード
your
だと。
fist,
はい。
not to mention great exercise.
エクササイズだ。はあ。ドアノブを回してみよ
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you
う。あ、もう
sense
どうし
the
ようもないだな。
warmth left there by her hand.
でも、ノックしてみよ
Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole
う。
in
ノッ
it.
クソファイター、これだけ残ってんな。
That felt good. Everyone is a whore. Now punch a hole in the door. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. Not to mention,
開かないことが分かりました。鍵が必要なんだな。これ何これ、ラジオかなんか喋ってるってこと？これはこれ外に出れるのかな。おっと、あ、ベランダなのね、ここは。海の匂いがに目がくらむ。ああ、海岸沿いというか、これなんだこれ。あ、片方の靴。
there they both are. Two identical
お、よかったよ
shoes,
かった。
both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
履き心地は
Good, they're
な
balanced.
かなかいい。気力回復。お、なんだ
Feels
気力
like
って
the。only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
なるほど。あ、なんかオートセーブが走った。どういう理屈でオートセーブが走るんだ。これで A ボタン。服はなんか全部揃った感じだな。お、まだなんかあるぞ。第一目を見ても何もピンとこない。ああ、降りてみよう。これが1階か。カラオケマイク。ああ、なんだこれ。ほうほうほう。
You should totally sing karaoke here.
内
The
陸帝
first
国。
chance you get.
是が非でもカラオケをしなければなりません。
People need to know your vast oceanic
どういうこ
soul.
とが内陸帝国って。あなたの海のように広大なお心を皆に広く知らしめるべきです。確かにね。確かに途方もなく大きいですよ。
Utterly. And it needs to be
人の
heard
人々の耳に届ける責務がございます。そうですね。
through a PA
あの
system
マイクを通して
by other people,
ここにいる者たちの耳に、はい、
whether they like it or not. Ram it up
Come on,
their
go, go,
ears,
go,
says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
スーパースターのようなところ。
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably
Says
go
you're
on
the pose,
stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. See if it works.
はい、
Who is mistakenly identified as a
あれ？
cop for his
同
prominent
じだな。
jawline?
これループだな。
Yes, sounds likely. You should sing the sad small church song from
教
that
会の
turkey
歌。
film.
はいはいはいはい。
Thought it was obvious. Serves them right.
徹底的
Wipe
に
that
思い知
smirk
らせ
off
る。
their
はい。
face with your sad, tragic
あの
small
教会を
church
テーマに
song.
した胸が張り裂けるような痛ましい歌で、彼らの顔面からあのニヤニヤ笑いを拭い去りましょう。その後で笑っていられる者は誰もおりません。
You would need another copy of the tape
カラ
first.
オケを歌うタスクが
The one upstairs is
カラ
destroyed.
オケを歌うタスクがあの歌のテープのコピーが必要。はあ、なるほど。歌えないのか。つまりタスクが曲の入ったテープを手に入れたらラジカセで再生してここで歌うと。はいはいはい。どういうタスクだ。
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. Everything is cool between you and this
共
guy.
感失敗し
He's
た。
a big fan. Make some small talk.
嫌われてる。
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters.
ああ、
and
翼が折れて
drying
んのか、
mugs.
剥製の。
One of its wings broke. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield
壁に
that
かけられ
was
た。
used to mount it.
ああ、
Most
展
likely
示用
on
の
the
土台
wall.
から引き剥がされた。
A small
どういうこと
engraved
するな。
steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Stair Koari's Skua."
その鳥はどうしたんだ。
Look, your buddy is over there.
相棒があそこにいる。男は店の出入り口の方を見ると、そこにはボマージャケットを着た別の男がいて、つま先で床をトントンと叩きながら立っている。
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
俺の相棒ってどういう意味だ。
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird
聞こえないふり
instead.
をした。お前がここのバーテンダーか。
No, I'm not the
違う、俺はバーテ
bartender.
ンダーじゃない。
I'm
カ
the
フェテリアの店長
cafeteria.
だ。
He's very
そうだよね。
animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
I have
どっちなんだ。
three cafeterias to manage.
カフェテリア、
Three.
3軒のカフェテリアを
Sylvie
経営して
tends
い
the
る。すごいじゃ
bar
ないか。
here, not me. I'm only standing in.
このシルビアどこにいるんですか。
She just, you know,
何もなかった。おお、なんだこれ。回復アイテム、ノザフェト。よくわからん。メニューか。これはストのポスター。はあ、はあ、組合員専用。16時で営業開始。はあ、夜ね。夏限定出入り口。今冬なのか。寝てる人がいる。眠っている港湾労働者。ほうほうほう。ワイルドパインズのロゴが。
He looks one with the table. A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers
カラ
itch.
フルなプラスチック製のカードが男のカラビナにぶら下がっている。指がうずいてくる。
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand,
Oh,
you see
Tsuya.
a blister pack of headache medicine.
まあ、薬、一こらいただいたっていいんだろう。
The man does not mind. You
Oh, yatta.
probably need them more than he
薬をゲット
does.
だ。
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is
チュ
stored
ー
in
ト
the
リアル
bottom
エー
left
ジェント
corner
さん
of
が
the
喋ってき
screen
た。
above your character portrait.
画面左下キャラ
Use
クターが上部に
magnesium
所
to
持数
heal
が、
your
はい、
morale if you have morale
気力
damage.
ダメージを受けた際、マグネシウムを使うと気力を回復。はい。なるほど。プラスチックのカード。
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and
タ
a
イム
job
カードと
permit.
就労
A
許可証
young,
を兼ねた。は
able-bodied
い。
man
身分証
stares
ね。
back at you from the photos.
サンチャゴ S ジョン
Santiago
とある。
S. John.
お、さすが肉体装置についてはいけそうですね。72%。これは勝てるだろう。えい。
There is only one way to
何で
wake
勝ったんだ。
this bone idol
何以上が
from
勝ち
his
とかあんのか。
slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
ほうほうほう。叩き起こす方法は一つ。ハリケーンのような大声を上げ、うなり声か。 うなり声を上げ、この建物を大地からひっぺり返すのだ。原始の叫びを上げよ
Why the yelling, man?
う。お、起きた起きた。
Wait, what? I was just sleeping.
ケイさんが何か、ああ
What do you want, officer?
ワイルドパインズについて教えてくれ。
That's the name of my
会社
employer.
の名前か。
I work in logistics. How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
外で何が起こるか気づいてないのか。何のことかわからない。
We're in the middle of a
あ
strike
ストライキの
down
真
at
っ
the
最中なんだ
harbor,
ね。
trying to force some sense
Hi,
into
hi.
the
ストライキ中
executive
だから暇なん
board
だ。
of Wild. For one, I can use some more shut-eye in the mornings. Right to work, right to sleep, I say.
何か面白い夢を見られたか。
Thank God, no.
ありがたいことで何も。
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. Awake.
I don't know
Hey, dude,
what
sa
you're
pari.
talking about, kind
最初から
sir.
最後まで
But
無意識
when I'm out, then I'm really
充
out.
実した時間さ。
No,
Foxley, despite the headache and the queasiness, you feel like
耐久
you've
力
got
さ
at
口が悪い
least
な。
a 10-kilometer run in you.
ストライキ中にどうしてこんなところで寝てんだ。
they got it.
俺が言っても何も
Mazaret's
変わらない。
got it. He's guarding the gate. I'm just getting some.
Bravo.
The way he says measurehead implies ultimate
Measurehead
trust
の
in this head reckoner's
発
physical
音には
prowess. He
その
seems
も
like
の
a
の
worthy
身
rival.
体
You should
能力に
slay
対する
him.
最大級の信頼が現れている。お前の手強いライバルとなるだろう。そいつを殲滅するしかない。何言ってんだ、肉体装置さん。誰だ？
We are the workers, the
労働
union.
組合。
We know what we need. What's right for us. Okay. I guess there's also Everard.
イブラ
He's
ー
in
ト。
charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to
労働組合のボスが
negotiate.
イブラートだ。
He's got our back.
さらに、ラム酒。
Indeed.
飲みたきゃ勝手にどうぞ
Help。yourself to
体だと悪いな。
Wait. No.
寝ていいぞ。
The dock worker doesn't
Kick him.
answer. His head is already
頑張っても経験値5しかもらえないな。これはラム酒か。ここに相棒がどうとか言ってたな。あいつがそうなのか？ここに来たらなんか出たぞ。
That sugary black rum stain on the counter
Ramus.
makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up?
電気
already?
化学はなんかタバコ吸いたかったり酒飲みたかったりろくなことにならんな。
Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all
ラム入
that
りレモネー
time.
ド。
You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself.
後でな。
Maybe later. What is this?
後でだ。
Casual Friday?
自分の中
What's
で
with the lackadaisical laxman attitude?
舐めたくない。
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal
凡人が
person
飲むような
drink.
つまらねえ酒でも飲んでる。
It would go well with those cigarettes.
酒を見つけて飲めとい
That's
う
a great
タスクが。酒を見つけて飲め。お、厨房ね。入ってみよう。ああ、入れないのか。向こうのこれはなんだ。あ、ピンボールマシンね。車椅子の人は
Hello, sweetie.
道動物学者の妻。こんにちは、ハンサムさん。よくわかってますね。
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
お、同僚、それか。 お前それで終わ
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like
キム
he's waiting for
キム
someone.
キツラギ
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
握手しよう
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
自分の名前が全くわからない自分で名前を考案する名前を考案しよう低いけどこのスキルチェックってのは何以上だと勝ちなんだろうなそれがよくわからんな
Raphael
Check this plate.
Ambrosius Cousteau.
ラファエル・アンブロシウス・クストーでいこういいね最高に来るでもさすがに行いや行きましょうラファエル・アンブロシウス・クストーだ
Yes, well,
あスルーされた
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as
現
well.
場はこの裏
I
で
understand the scene. It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interview?
警察だ
Right. And the interviews? At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't
準備
good.
ができてる
But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that.
被害者の
Let
遺
me take
体
a look.
何のことだ
Have you removed the dead body from the
遺
tree?
体はもう木から下ろしたのかい遺体は好きじゃない
But did you take it down
死
from the...
体だって、
Mhm.
そうだそれはわかるだろうな
Does that mean the body is no longer in the
下に下ろ
tree?
したいや
So, the body
遺体はまだ
is
木にぶら下がって
still in the where it has been hanging
7日も
for
吊るされて
7 days
どういうこと
straight. We should go there as soon as...
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip
死
that
体
body
を木から
down
引きずり
from
下
the
ろす
tree.
どういうことだよし死体のことは任せろ
After it's been up in a tree for that long, any kind of ripping is...
Delicate goods, filled with stinking horrors.
悪臭を帯びた恐怖が飛び散る悪臭を帯びた恐怖
Talk to the manager. Then we go
店長と
out
話す
back and take the body
それから
down.
裏庭に出て遺体を下ろす
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing
警
as
察
a
官じゃない
police
と言ったら
officer, I'm afraid.
まあね
What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. But first, we have to take it down. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to
Sure.
set those possibilities. Yes. They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage. But again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your... You mean you don't have a badge?
身分証持ってないよね
Losing your identification card
Ah,
is
task
a
失敗。
serious matter. My vehicle has a short
大問
way.
題になってしまった
You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible.
でも俺は何
But
も
getting the body
思い出
down
せない
should... I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is, I'll say, the best cure for a headache is, of course,
一発
morphine.
ぶちかますか
They won't have.
After you, officer.
タスクが増えた
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever
お
by int-
パーティーメンバーが増えた右押すと左押すと変わんないのかさっき鎮痛剤取ったよな 回復アイテムみたいなもんか。お前
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation. So joining me from Precinct 41.
さっきも名乗ったラファエル・アンブロシウス・クストー刑事。
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also...
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called.
シルビー
She usually
そうだ
works the
今日来てないみ
bar.
たいだけど
I'm only.
Do you have her number?
電話番号
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a...
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place.
山ほどの
This is
店
just
舗
one
お
of
前
the
3店舗
many,
って言
many
ってたじゃん
cafeterias.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need their...
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work.
I didn't imply that. Detective. Yes, Detective Cousteau. I have everything. You?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted them up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police.
あ
That's your
あそりゃ
job.
そうだね。犯人探しはこちらの仕事ですね。
He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up.
あいつら
Who is this
あ
they?
いつら誰のことだ
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers. That it was a lynching.
ああ労働者組合ひどいな
The locals, the
地元の
customers,
人間
the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows
シ
the
ル
dock
ビーから
workers
話
did
を
it.
聞かないとな
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it...
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. I would suppose it's because they have nothing
何
better
も
to
することはないからリンチ
You mean the strike?
本当ストライキのせい
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a
Kevin.
message.
ああお前が殺したのか
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
クレイジーって言われた
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
狩猟本能が伝えているお前が殺したんだろ
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
どうして殺す必要があった
Do I have to answer him? Is this
それは強
mandatory?
制か
The lieutenant stands motionless. His expression unreadable.
ほうほうほう
What are you, an idiot? I
Da,
told you
baka.
I haven't killed anyone.
He ignores you. More. Press on. Push through.
もっとだ続けろ引き下がるんじゃないなんかすごいな薄明かりさんは白明さんはなんかずいぶん追い込むタイプだな
Fuck you, man.
Fuck you man って言われた
That's enough.
まだ完全に納得してないからな
That's a real pity.
別の質問がある
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's
そう
been
ねシルビ
scribbling
ーは
in.
店を辞めちゃったのか
She went away because none of your business. Oh my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
気色悪いって言われ
Let's go.
たタスク完了あタスク完了すると経験値いっぱいもらえる
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
130リアル払ってもらうよこ これは 58% か。やりたいな。五分五分。えい。どっちだ。なんだこれ。
One moment you're
Six
running
by.
like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands.
なんだ。
Why?
風のように走り去ろうとする刹那。お前は突然振り向いてガルテに中指を立てる。荒々しく両手の指で。なぜだ。どうしようどうしよう。後ろに車椅子の人いるけど。くたばれ間抜け野郎。
Watch out!
危ない。あ
Everything goes
視界が真っ暗になる。
Back so soon.
あれ事故にあった。もう古代爬虫類脳というのはもう本能的な部分なんだな。はい、わかったわかった。こんなつもりじゃなかった。俺の体が勝手に動いた。
Those are mysteries of the
それが
spinal
脊髄ってやつだよ。
cord.
は
The spinal cord has yet to reveal
あ。まだお前の
itself
仲間が
to
いるのか。
you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries.
こっちだ。
If it comes off like that, it's because I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you...
What do you mean? What do I mean? Are you okay?
えらいことになってる。
No. You have
体力が
sustained
減
a
少マイ
trauma
ナス
to
1。
your
あ
lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you
あ
move.
んたの方こそ大丈夫か。
The chair took the brunt of it.
よ
Don't
かったよ
worry.
かった。
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Check on.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay?
飲み物代は覚え
Were
た。それでい
a
い。
lot of
あ、よかっ
drinks
たよ
on
か
the
った。
tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the
合計で
broken
ちょっと
window,
減った。
though.
With your back against the cold mosaic floor, you feel the pain recede.
そ
You
うそう、
just
協
need
力
to
に感
get
謝しよ
up and
Don't thank me yet. You still owe me
う。
100
100リアル
per
の
hour.
貸し。
If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
タスクが増えまくった。
by the way, where is
百科事典さんだ。
the address is coming up blank, and this place sure
俺に家
isn't
があんの？
it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to
Marvel
be
Hero
some...
だ。
Why did you say that?
No.
マーベル。
But isn't that an expression, not a place? A saying. Up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
こう構うもんか。ゴミ収集ボックスの中に住んでやる。何もかもクソくらいだ。俺は不老デカだ。
Entertain the thought when you get the time.
思考を習得
Maybe
した。
being
どう
a
いうこと？
hobo and a cop has its advantages.
不老者であると同時に刑事でもあることに何らかの利点を見出せるかもしれない。何なんか増えたね。タスクはこの辺で増えた。損害を弁償しろ。はい。これ何これ？不老刑事。内面化ってなんだろう。あそこにセットできる。戻しちゃった。これをUI がわからん。フローデカを内面化ポチってやるとセットされたのかな。されてんね。されたところで何かいいことあんのかな。 セットしておきましょう。
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
俺のことが好きということか。
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly
Oh,
dimple
what a-
on. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I'm Lena. My husband
Lena.
Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
寄せ集めのチームの一員にぴったりだ。勧誘しよう。使ってごめん。
Oh, I'm perfectly all right. I'm more worried about you. What was that? Don't beat yourself up over it too much, dear. People do strange things when the old fight or flight kicks in. I'm just glad you weren't injured.
俺と一緒にぶちかまさないか。
Whatever do you mean?
吸いたくてたまらない。タバコを吸おう。
Oh, no, no, no.
タバコや
I
めた。
haven't smoked in years.
She shakes her head slowly. Wait, maybe she knows where you can get cigarettes. Delicious toasty cigarettes
Oh.
stuffed to the tip with love. You should.
You should really ask someone younger and more mobile, sweetie. I'm glad you think so, but I still don't know where you can get cigarettes. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. You know where we are, right?
レバーショールだ。
That's right. In a hostel called the
Whirling
Whirling Rags,
in
to be
Luxury.
precise. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says
いい
so.
街なんだ。へえ。
Revachol is a
本当かな？
rare jewel. Speaking of history, you know what year it is? Yes?
51の春。
That's right, dear.
お、なん
How
か何？
splendid.
ペンを
Here,
もらった。
take this pen. Knowledge should
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then. But now she. Outside, the melting snow seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
なんだろうな。民主主義的なやつじゃないか、普通に。
Nope,
あれ違う。
sadly not. Revachol is what's
Force
called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition.
市場
We
主
have
導
no
型。は
government
あ
of
は
our own, and what democracy we have is... Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The
なんか複雑
status
そう
of law
な。
enforcement has been
街ですね。
complicated, but we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something
42
new,
年
something
前。
different. The rest of the world, of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
俺の頭は大丈夫なのか。
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things.
まあ、記憶ない
History
し
and
ね。
place.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his note.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, someone more educated in sweeping matters.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated.
That's a good point. This doesn't look like Rich Central.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. It means I can't use my legs. I was in an accident some years back, injured in the line of duty, as
食
they
物中の
say.
事故。
Nothing so glamorous, dear. Though when I was young, I dreamt of plenty. I was a training and development manager at a rapidly expanding mail order shoe company.
靴の通販会社。
You'd think it would be a safe job, but I had to be everywhere, and well, once I happened to be under some... I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and I was compensated
保証金
exceptionally
お
well.
金を持ってるなお前。
One can only dream of such payoffs nowadays. That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking
ハンソン
about
に
it
はお金がい
anyway.
るんです。もらえるかな。
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your
次の給料日はいつなの？今日は25日だから、
You've got guns of
一
steel
般的には
and
今
a
日給料日じゃ
chiseled
ないですか
jaw.
ね。
Somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer.
肉体装置は
Maybe she'd
成
like
功
to
した。
sponsor you.
パトロンになってもらおう。これは無理だな。パトロンになってちょうだい。
Oh, I'm sure you would make a wonderful gigolo, dear, with those strong arms of
うん、
yours.
なるほ
but
ど。
welfare checks aren't all they cracked up to.
She's not really lusting after those biceps, man. It's more like an appraisal you give to a healthy specimen.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union
ブラウン。
behind you.
ほうほうほう。
Interesting idea. This Evra sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Oh no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you,
行かない
just
と。
of course, dear.
オートセーブだ。ペンをもらったな。癒し緑猿のペン。そういうことか。癒し緑猿ってそういうことね。緑猿の頭がついたペン。
Can I help you?
何もない。じゃあ裏に行ってみるか。なんか、死体がどこ行っちゃうの？どっから出るんだ？あ、これね。よいしょ。冬ですね。
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
RCM が警察か。
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
The place looks the part. There's graffiti everywhere, and the traffic jam behind you is completely...
Of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't. Me?
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
ここはどこだ？
What do you mean? Yes, sir. District
マル
of
ティネーズ地
Martinez.
区。みんなそういうな。
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Oh, that.
裏に
Even
は
all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air.
北には
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, the harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local
フリって
politics.
ってなんだ？
A fleet, some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast. Just coast. There's a little...
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water everywhere.
体が冷えてる。どうにかしろ。
Anything else? It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for
Typical,
the
eh?
autopsy.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
ゴム手袋もらった。
Really? None. Maybe just a...
装備できんのかな。これだ。お、できたできた。
Yes?
あ、相棒と話しておかないとね。
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs? Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Not a fan. It's just the nature of lieutenancy. Try work, the case at hand. It can work miracles. Really? You look fine to me. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own.
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The serotonin deficiency makes your teeth. The lieutenant blinks, his mouth slightly up.
Excuse me, I was lecturing you. I shouldn't have. You should consult a medical
Let's go ahead.
professional if you feel that you need help. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station. Have you tried concentrating on something other than your focus on other people's troubles?
Your heart beats twice like a fist. The lieutenant blinks, his mouth slightly.
Excuse me, I was lecturing you.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM emergencies desk received a report about a security guard who was found
警
hanged
備
in
員が禁
Martinez.
止されている。
An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria.
4日間通され
The
てた。
cadaver. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines, a security guard or worker of some sort
KB.
hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was, there's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez. That's us, the Revachol
レ
Citizens
バ
Militia.
レバショール
We're
市
the
民軍。
police in this
は
city.
い。警察だね。
That's right.
お、経験で終わった。
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have.
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
若い女が関係してるかもしれないだろう。
Yes, it just so happens there's a beautiful blonde 19-year-old woman at the heart of this case.
ヒュー本当はそれは超絶セクシーじゃねえか。
But no, not really.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't
こい
get
つエ
right
ロ要
into
素でお前を刺激し
Sit on
て
it a bit.
この事件に夢中にさせようとし
Hit
やが
him
る。
with it.
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition. You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. Better still than an imbecilic cop-off. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take,
小便
ask
飛ば
me
しっこ
after
競
we've
争の
inspected the
タスクが
Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again? There's no reason to wing anything. 3 days ago, the RCM emergency. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Good.
葉っぱは無理だな。
Me?
そうね、キムさんのことも聞かないと。
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. Alright, that's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad, completely uncut material, if you say so yourself.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
メガネはクールだよね。
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an... It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
俺はもっとソウルのこと聞きたいぞ。
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholier. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter, detective?
What's going on? It's like you're a puppet in his hands. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think,
The lieutenant produces his small... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're special.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to... I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegiate observation. In the 57th, they say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's a...
Yes, but containers contain.
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
8% はきついな。よし。いろいろ聞いたぞ。ここにも人がいる。あ、タバコだ。もらっておけ。タバコだ、タバコだ。
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a trap from another planet.
俺が法だ。
You sure are, my man.
もちろんだ。
It's the jam, my man.
渋滞。ああ。
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No
ス
explanation
トで
given.
か。なるほど。
Workers. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Yeah, exactly. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
1週間もこんなに。
So tell me, what do you need?
タバコタバコ。
Nope. Don't smoke.
お前知ってるやん。
Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse.
Hey, isn't he, like, smoking right now?
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should...
Are you sure you don't already have lung cancer?
これ一回聞いたこともう一回聞いていいのかな。
Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though.
Hey,
音楽
isn't he,
これ別の
like,
音聞いてみ
smoking
よう。
right now?
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit,
フリって
with 3 T's. Rebishaw's weird.
働き者にいくらか金を。
Huh?
はは。
Oh. The bosses, man. Makes sense. It sucks is what it does. It's like whatever's going on over at the docks.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Some pretty wild stuff I hear. Like a giant new power crane and I've heard talk there's a company rep in town too. Like a...
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
俺もストライキするべきかもしれない。
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on
Jesus.
donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Yes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. Us lorry drivers. Cam, your nurse. You still hang around here waiting for this meth. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflect.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more
Then Charles,
transient,
we're gonna
the
wonder why.
better. When one's in, he tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep
ああ、共感手強い。
exterior.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal
高
firearms,
級ハー
stuff
ブ
like
とか違
that.
法な火薬。
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo
Sports
is
area.
mostly sporting goods. You know, track. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
一着くれよ。
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
There's
That's
no
also that,
denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrao and Laurent Bird some. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Never. They would never illegalize sport.
肉体
Sport
装
is
置
the most wholesome thing known to man. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
被害者。はい。
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries. Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity. Don't be a stranger.
そうタバコはもらえなかった。これが渋滞してるの。さて、死体はどこだ？これ乗れんのか？
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button, the soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57. Hello.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
報告だ、報告。
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over. 10-4. What's your status? Over. 10-18. 10-20. Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir, over.
身分証の紛失、これだな。
10-9, repeat message, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain, over.
10-22, the captain? This sounds bad. Bad?
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Dietmar, sir.
元々の自分の警察の相棒か。
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his... Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Dietmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds...
Mullen dicked us.
He's asking you to stop, says...
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking...
Satellite Officer Dietmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
いっぱいいるな。
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun.
銃もなさそうだな。
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You... Okay, it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
演劇は無理だな。
10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over. 10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
そうだ、どうぞ。
He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter.
えらいこっちゃ。
Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by himself. But Disco here, I am pissed.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his...
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
これだ。
That's a negative.
それは
I'm not going
伝え
to
でき
say
ません。
that.
かわいそう通信の人。
What's he say? Share with the class.
クラスのみんなの前で言ってみろ。
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
下品。
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over. He says he's sorry and didn't mean nothing by it.
Okay. Tell him. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the
Tosero.
only thing that matters.
Satellite officer. 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance?
お金お金。
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request.
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fuck?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
お金がない。
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before
トセ
sundown
ロ
then.
Vicmar said... He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir. Over.
要求は却下。
Nothing is working.
迎えに来た。
Listen. It's okay. You can do it, sir. Over.
What is he saying?
Did you want anything else, sir? Many of your colleagues are also here. Over. He terminated the connection. I guess he was in a hurry.
あ、気力にダメージ。
The radio
Hi, hi,
is
hi.
silent
Oh,
and
oh, no.
lifeless. The communications officer.
What was that? It's okay, detective.
あ、パニック起こしたのか。
We should get on with our tasks. Work always helps me center myself. Now, anything else you need?
A metallic drawer slides out from under us.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
バー
The
ルを
pry bar feels nice and cold and heavy. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids.
チェーンカッター。
The handles are long and sleek.
Well,
You
zip
can
to
do
the
good
internet.
work with these. Cut, it's robust. Weather lets you see
I
things
choose
in
it.
it. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers, and the white suede feels luxurious. Your fingers waste no time closing around the handle. Clutch disengaged. Relief, you feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanics. After a while, you realize silence is your own. Of course it's only in your head. Of course it is. But it almost the smell of freshly treated leather. I'm
運転
good.
できるのは。
Cherished. And the handle is pulled back.
お、軽減値。
Somewhere deep inside the drivetrain in the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. A radio. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key. This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox
あ、
and
これ
the
キムさ
radio
んの
if
あ
you
れな
want.
の。
No,
Don't let me
I'm
go.
afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember? A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century. The Kupris motorcar does provide
Patrol
most
roll,
of our
hold on.
patrol.
But this is different. This is a sports.
You're right. I didn't take
Oh.
you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like Tip Top? An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is...
Proceed.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malay. Yes, hello?
お、これがシルビー。
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No.
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm...
なんでだ
That's just... You know who. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here.
電線
Copper thieves take
銅
the
線泥
wires.
棒
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later,
通
officer.
報者の
It
誰
just...
か
What? Of course it bothered
そういえば
me.
死体のことまだ
But
何
I
も見て
thought
ない
the
な
union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would, you know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
組合が全てこの権力者は俺だ
Okay? I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
なるほど
Push her further. Show her the error of her
畳みかけろ
ways.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take me
Voices.
down of it.
The fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god. An angry but just god.
Hey, if you cannot restrain yourself, then I'll be handling the interviews from now
怒られた
on, and you can quietly take notes. Fine. But know that I don't approve of...
Breathing on the other end suggests that Sylvie is still on the line. She heard everything.
Okay. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. You told me back in the whirly. You told everybody. Oh, no.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily.
銃
It's different.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you
you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, I am the goddamned law, and you... There is silence on the other end of the line.
No, please, no more suicide threats. Thank God you don't have that stupid gun. Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead. Saying
銃とお金を見せびらかす
It almost
よくわからん
looked like you pawned it. But believe me,
制
I
服
did not. Uniform. I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things
Okay.
on.
あ記録はなんでだ
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat on your weakness. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
なんだこれ
Fuck
何を見
me?
た
Please leave the rage you have for after we finish.
Nothing you can say would make Cop gives up the detective
Are-
genre for social realism. Another police officer
突然
resigned from the
どういうことこれ
RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and
警察
occasionally
官社
throwing
会的リアリ
excrement
ズ
at
ムのために
passers-by,
刑事物をや
shouting,
める
I never loved that woman.
ノイルー
When
ゼ
asked
に
to
なったことを理
comment,
由
former
に
colleagues objected
あらら
to
ら
the
ら
theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the Furrows lost that match, said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. It's because
終わり？ゲームオーバーですかこれ。おー、なんかわかんないけど精神的に負けたらしいですね。そういうものなのか。ロードするとどっからなんだろう。よいしょ。ロード？あ、ここ？だいぶ戻った気がするぞ。これオートセーブえらいこっちだな。えらい戻るな。あ、ペンをもらっとこうね。なるほど。ちょっと一気に話したところはガンガン進んでみよう。
What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do. Then you are not that far behind, actually. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been a security guard or worker of some sort. They didn't identify themselves. There's a strong prejudice against involved. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to... You mean like a brief? 3 days ago, the RCM emergency. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. Okay then. Was there any... No. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation. There was some...
Cut this boring stuff off immediately.
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder. Actually, it does have to be murder.
He's basically challenging you to sex it.
I'm afraid you and you don't know. I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecilic cup of... It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. Later. Was there anything else? Good. What do you want to know? Good.
No response. He just...
Have you tried concentrating on something other than you're not a fan? It's just the nature of you. Try work. The case at hand. Fine. We should get through this day first. Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent. That's correct.
That makes him a beano.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome. That's because I'm half sick. It's a part of the world, officer. You're barking at the wrong tree. No.
The lieutenant nods.
What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't say that...
The lieutenant produces his... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic.
Good. Let's change the subject. Excuse me? Detective, if I may be frank, you see... That's good. Some you time? This is a police invest... Please do. We wouldn't want your...
こんなのかなこの人と話したのは。あとは
Hello again, sweetie.
この人はもう話した後か。
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. I hope not. Although the work you are doing for all of us is quite dangerous. But not you.
So you volunteered sometime.
No problem.
これオートセーブ自分でセーブできないのかな。小便飛ばしっこ競争。
Can I help you? Yes, have you got it? A lot. For the room? Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. No, you don't. If you had a warrant, you'd be shoving it in my... Besides, the RCM doesn't do search warrants. I know the law.
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 13. Sambo is an acronym for Samoan boxing. Graceful martial art.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the world later.
Do I have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker? Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shake? Because I'm not a bartender, I'm a
What you want is a goddamn drink. How is that so hard to understand?
Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir. Was there anything else you needed, other than alcohol?
酒はもらえなかった。こうして、こうして、どんどんタスクが増えるな。手袋もらおう、手袋。誰か。これが謎だな。さっきなんで死んだんだ？
Before you stands a motor car. Vapor emanates. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a scent of leather, a metallic drip.
Take what you need.
The primer, cold, useful for opening all sorts. The hand you can do is rope, lets you see the pull-out toolbox, slides back the white. Your fingers waste no time closing the wrap. You feel an uninterrupted connection to the mechanic. After a while, of course it's only in the smell. I'm good. I'm good.
あ、これだ。気力にすぐ回復しよう。
At the bottom of the sea.
危ない危ない危ない。
So strange. The machine is not on the bottom of the sea at all. It's right in front of you. Well kept. Why did it say that? The handle is pulled back. Somewhere deep inside in the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and as you tap on the gauge.
There's no use pressing the heat button. This is the Kupris kinema. No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case. A motorized vehicle, officer. The Kupris motor...
But this is different.
You're right. An interstellary racing series. You should definitely give it a go if you like motor carriage. The Kupris motor...
But this is different.
You're right. Oh, I guess it's not for everyone.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like the soft...
Hello, Alice.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You want...
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. 10-18, state your message, sir. Over. 10-4, I hear you.
Is it him? What?
He says he needs...
Don't give that up.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says he...
Well, I guess it better.
Vigmar said... He says it's request denied.
Nothing is working.
この辺あんまりなんか自分もなんかネガティブな感じになると死んじゃう、やめちゃうのかな。
Anything else, sir? 10-9, 10-4 message.
10-20.
Any other
He's saying he lost you. What?
Who lost you,
文
Dick?
章をなくした報告は
Dick Mullen, defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He's asking you to stop.
Of course it's him.
Satellite officer Dietmar Conquers losing your... 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in
level
pursuit
up.
of your
No.
misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac,
What's going on?
Silver,
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn...
10-9, come again. I did...
New Heights even...
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you left...
Check your pockets. Check your... Hold no. It's got...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were... 10-1, you're... 10-9, come in, officer. Over. Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message, please. Did you... He says he...
Dear God, this is Mac.
I'm not going...
なくしたと
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on.
He acknowledges your joke.
Lay off. Lay off. Tell him.
Satellite officer... 10-4, affirmative.
Oh, God.
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. Okay.
Wait.
個人情報
Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask if he's the...
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question.
あこれさっきと違うね
What? What is it?
He wants to verify...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen. Hijack. Tell him to stop wasting...
What do you need, sir? Over. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir.
What?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10-4.
Does he actually want something?
He asked if he ever told me about...
For God's sake, got this...
Sir, satellite office. So, was there anything else? 10... excuse... no, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on... Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
でこれシルビーとさっき話しててなんか変なことになったからラザレスって誰だ
It will take just a moment of...
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb,
知らない人
what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
あドクター
Oh, it's you. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs, what else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side, you've got a whole new life now. Use it what? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board. You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D.
マグネシウムとビタミン D を取れ
So it's political. You're being neglected because of political reasons. The money is probably going to some old, oily...
And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact,
It's not fucking cryo-acta-latte. It's super...
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I got more important things to do. And you survived it. Congratulations.
Sort of. But by God, does...
Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have currently...
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
これ気をつけて話すか
What is the number, officer?
Yes.
Proceed.
Lieutenant,
Officer? Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer.
there is no resentment in her tone.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, maybe, I don't know.
やめとこ
I just know I have to take some time. No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just...
What? Of course it bothered me. No one calls the police. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which...
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers union.
I didn't...
Push her further. Show
I didn't know
the fucking nerves on her. Trying to hide behind weakness.
Yes, I know. It's just...
ちょっと優しくしてみた。
Was there anything else? Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. Oh, no.
Real police would have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where you're...
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw you. You were trying to impress people with...
Sounds like it's going to be...
Great. Anything else? Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on.
あれ気力、おお、なんだこれ。まずい。
Despair creeps into you. Getting fat.
何がいけないんだ。コーヒー飲みに行かないで聞いただけだぞ。
Whatever noble intent, you're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
死体が降りるぞ。マジで逃げ場だと。これだ。
I don't dispute that you have been charged with protecting the people of a particularly challenging district.
Nothing you can say would make cop gives up the
あれ
detective genre
また
for social
またやめた
realism. Another
また
police
警察をやめてしまった
from the RCM following a
なんだ
nervous
これは
breakdown.
順番がいけないの
He
か
hours under a bridge, drinking and occasionally
くそーよくわからんもうこの刑事もあだから精神的にいっぱいいっぱいな気がするなあコメントがいくつか来てた夢中でやってしまったよしじゃあちょっと今何分ぐらいやったんだ結構やったような気がするなそれでは今日のプレイはこのぐらいにしておきたいと思います気になるけどまた続きは流していきたいと思いますのでよろしくお願いしますチャンネル登録高評価等はいらないのでまた遊びに来てくださいそれではお疲れ様でした